What's going on, everybody? This is AtomicKev Collectables coming back at you guys with another unboxing and figure review. One quick shameless plug before we begin here. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing and ringing the bell just so you can stay up to date with everything that's going on here. Again, I unbox and review collectibles, mostly Godzilla stuff with some peppered in other IPs. If you like seeing figure unboxings, then consider subscribing, giving this video a like, or even commenting. It'll help the channel a lot. And back to the show. So today I have a real special one for you guys. Today we are going to be reviewing the Gallery Diorama Jungle Hunter Predator here in all of its glory. It's actually one of my favorite statues and one of the first statues I've ever owned. So without further ado, let's dive right into this. First impressions of the statue, I really like the base and the pose that it's in. It's a really menacing looking pose. Also love that the blades here are out and ready for action. It's such a cool figure, guys. So let's take a closer look at some of the details. Starting off with the portrait here, it's actually going to be the biomask that the Predator or the Jungle Hunter wears in the first movie, Predator. Really like how they have this metallic paint job going on up here that catches the light and gives it that metallic sheen. Also featured on the figure, you're going to see these scratch marks. These are not actual damage scratches, but rather the actual scratches that you'll see on the face mask. You can see there's some on his faceplate as well. Looking at this figure from down below, you do get a little bit of detail of the mesh for the eye ports there. Really cool. Moving on to the sides of the figure here, you're going to see nice sculpted detail in the dreadlocks here and the little clasps or clips that hold the dreadlocks in place. Also included in the portrait area, you get the plasma cannon here. This is a little wobbly, so I wouldn't recommend touching this thing too much, but really nice detail. You get all of the alien intricate work and sculpt there in the shoulder cannon. Pretty cool. Transitioning to the chest area of the Predator, you're going to get nice chest plate armor here, along with some wiring for the plasma cannon and all of the alien tech. You do get some battle damage here on the chest plate, and that's present on the Predator before Dutch and his team get to him. Also, what's really nice about this figure is that you're going to get the skull bandolier of some of the critters that he hunted down before hunting down Dutch's team. You also get a spinal column here as part of the decorations that he wears. Really like the mesh detail here. So there's this mesh that's present throughout the entirety of the Predator statue. Really nice detail that they added that on there. And then you also get, I'm going to move this out of the way, but you also get the hair that goes on the Predator's chest here. Really nice touch there, along with some of the straps towards the armor. That transitions us to the first bicep of the Predator. Nice detail in the armor work here. You do get some wear and tear on the armor with some black shading there. Also, you do get really nice muscle definition in the Predator's arm, as you can see. Nice skin texture here in the exposed fleshy bits. Also, the Predator's gauntlet, the wrist gauntlet, is really nicely detailed as well. Nice speckle works along the fleshy skin of the Predator as well. And since we're back here, we'll go ahead and look at the back plate here. So really nice detail and lineage work done here. Gives it a nice metallic sheen. Also love how it connects into the cannon here on his shoulder. As you can see, really nicely done. And for the other side, you do get really nice muscle definition here in the arm. More shoulder plates there as seen present on the Predator. And then his blade gauntlets are done really nice. There is a black wash that is in the crevices of the detail here on the gauntlet. And the blades are done really nicely well. As you can see, it's nicely detailed and sculpted. It is a little flimsy, so again, I wouldn't recommend touching that too much, but really nicely done. Let's move on to the legs of the Predator. You get nice armor work here on his thigh armor. Really nicely sculpted mesh here for his legs. And then you also get nice detail and fleshy skin color and texture here. Camera's doing a really good job picking this up, but let me try to move this in a little closer. As you can see, all of the skin detail and then the little polka dotted skin texture there as seen in the movies. You can see it on both his thighs there, his inner thighs. That's a good point to talk about his feet. Feet are nicely sculpted here as well. You get nice plated armor here and some leather rags, and then that'll transition us down into the base. Now, I think this is where the figure stands out. I really like the way Gallery Diorama did the base. You get nice dry brushing and wash work, and they really do a good job bringing out these greens and browns to look like the jungle floor that is present in the movie. Also, what's pretty cool is you get this stump of a tree which he's kind of standing on where he is hunting the party down. I think it's also nice that they added vine work along all of the different parts of the base. Again, giving it that real nice jungle feel. And as you rotate the figure, you get detail all around the figure. So really any way that you orientate this, you're going to get really nice detail and coverage. Now, when it comes to articulation, this is a stationary or static figure or statue, so you're not going to get any articulation whatsoever. The only thing you can technically move and position are the bandoliers or the souvenir trophies here on the Predator. Aside from that, there's really no parts that you can remove or digits or joints that you can move on the Predator. And now that we have paint and detail out of the way, let's go over some side-by-side comparisons. For your consideration, this is how the Jungle Hunter stacks up against other 1/10 pieces from Iron Studios. Specifically from the Marvel line, you have Thanos Snap from Endgame, and then you have the Deadpool Wolverine duo statue, 1/10 scale. And here we have him standing next to other Gallery Diorama pieces. So as you can see, we have Marvel's Iron Spider from the Infinity War movie. We also have Joker from The Dark Knight as well. This scale honestly works pretty well. I really like Gallery Diorama and all their pieces. They do put out some quality products. If you are a Hot Toys collector, this is him standing next to the 1/6 scale Hot Toys Thor from Avengers Infinity War. Pretty cool. If you are a Godzilla Sofubi collector, this is him standing next to the Urban Aztec from Mondo. This is him standing next to a Godzilla Bandai figure. And lastly, this is him standing next to the X Plus 30cm Godzilla -1. Really awesome pairing. Imagine if these two squared off. Sheesh. Final thoughts on this guy. This is a spectacular statue. I absolutely love this thing. So I started collecting with Gallery Diorama pieces, and the reason I was so attracted to them is because you get a lot of bang for your buck. At the time, this statue costed me around $45 to $50 on the aftermarket, and for what you get for 50 bucks, I mean, you get quite an impressive little piece here. As you saw, he stacked up fairly well next to the 1/10 line and the 1/6 figures. So what's really nice about these is you can collect a lot of these and they won't break the bank. Now, I don't know where to find these guys now. I don't know how scarce they are because it's been a while. I purchased him back in 2023. So it's been some time since I've done my research on him, and I apologize for that. Anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this video. Let me know in the comments, what do you think of this guy? There's also an unmasked version, which I'll go ahead and put up here so for reference, but let me know in the comments, would you go with the masked version or the unmasked version? I went with the masked version because it was super iconic to the movie and what was hunting Dutch's team, so I fell in love with this figure right away. Also, give me a thumbs up if this is something that you would like to see more of. If I do have some other Gallery Diorama pieces in my collection, I'd be happy to share them with you guys. And aside from that, guys, it's been fun, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.